Kita kembali akan menghadirkan seseorang yang mengalami perjalanan iman dari yang tidak mengenal Tuhan, bagaimana Tuhan menuntun di dalam imannya yang sebelumnya coba dipengaruhi oleh orang-orang terkemuka, ya, di dalam imannya sebelumnya. Dan apa yang terjadi? Pengaruh-pengaruh yang dilakukan, bahkan hal-hal ritual-ritual yang dibacakan, dihadirkan untuk membuat narasumber ini kembali kepada agamanya yang sebelumnya, kepada iman yang sebelumnya. Tetapi semua yang diupayakan tidak berhasil sedikit pun. Karena apa? Karena narasumber ini benar-benar mengalami Tuhan. Benar-benar Tuhan itu nyata. Sehingga mau dipengaruhi kayak apapun, bahkan pada waktu itu dengan tekanan-tekanan yang sangat berat, bahkan sampai diusir sama orang tua karena sudah berbeda iman, ya.
Kenapa tak pilih otak? Ada katanya otak kayak gini. Harus bangku tak? Harus bangku tak? Bangku apa ya kau tak? Harus bangku kayak otak.
Bagaimana kisah selengkapnya? Ini adalah sebuah peristiwa yang sangat menarik. Oke teman-teman, saya tidak akan panjang lebar lagi. Kita akan segera mendengarkan kesaksian yang luar biasa dari narasumber. Bahkan narasumber sempat berkata, sekalipun leher saya digorok, saya tidak akan percaya lagi kepada keyakinan saya yang lama. Saya tidak akan mengikuti lagi kepada keyakinan saya yang lama. Oke teman-teman, kita sambut saja narasumber kita.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Ashley, and I have been thinking about making this video for so long. So I wanted to share the story of how I found Islam, converted, because I get asked so much. So I converted in June of 2019. So at this point it's been just a little bit over a year, alhamdulillah. It's been quite a journey, and for some people it looked like my journey was 1 month, but for me I think it probably started when I was in college. So I guess I could start there, and that's usually where I start. But for those of you who, most of you probably don't know me, so I did want to say I have grown up in the United States, in the state of Arkansas, so a southern state where we kind of live in what we call the Bible Belt. So Christianity is very big. A lot of people go to church. And then where I grew up, it's predominantly white people, and you go to church, and you don't learn about a lot of religions. You don't have a lot of experience, I guess, with the outside world, you could say. So when I went to college is really when I got exposed to people of like other cultures and even people of color, to be honest. So crazy to I guess talk about it. It typically is a topic of conversation when I tell people where I grew up. So if you want to Google it, I grew up in Harrison, Arkansas. So I went to college, and when I was, I believe, a sophomore, maybe a junior, all kind of a blur. All the semesters kind of run together when you look back. So I saw a flyer for a program, and they partner American students with international students. And I thought that would be really cool, just like a fun experience, meet a new friend, learn something, be able to teach them something. And so it is a mentorship program where you were only required to speak with them like once a week or so. You can email back and forth or meet up. So I remember going into this classroom, and it, I think, was bigger than they expected because it was a little chaotic. So eventually we were all sitting in these desks, and they kind of had the American students on one side, international students on the other. And I remember I was looking around the room trying to, just kind of get a feel for everything, and I looked back, and there was a girl sitting there. There were two girls wearing hijab talking, and I thought, that's her, that's my partner, I just know it is. So at one point, the woman kind of running the show is having people stand up and partnering them. And I can tell she's going to be really close to standing up at the same time I am. So when I saw her get ready to stand up, I stood up, and the lady paired us together. And my partner was in grad school, originally from Saudi Arabia, and we became really good friends. So I got to spend about 2 years or so with her and learned so much. So we taught each other a lot, and you know, looking back, I don't really remember talking about religion a whole lot. That was not ever really just the main topic. I think I asked maybe a couple of questions, and I did see if we went out to eat together. I remember someone staring at her, and at first I thought, why are they staring at us? And then I realized it's because of her hijab. And I always wanted to stick up for her, and I wanted to be there for her. So eventually when we graduated, so I graduated with my bachelor's, and then she graduated with her master's, just a day apart. So she left, and then that following January, I was in grad school, and the night before World Hijab Day, so World Hijab Day is February 1st every year, so the night before I find out about it, right, so I think Facebook, so I decided to take part in World Hijab Day. So I watched YouTube videos, and it's so funny to me looking back, because I think one of the first videos I ever watched was by Lena Snowbar. Her handle is with Lovely. I took an infinity scarf I had from my closet. I practiced, and it's so funny because looking back now, I actually reached out to somebody who had converted, and I said, hey, does this look okay? And she said, yeah, that looks great. So I did my best to recreate it the next morning, and I remember reaching for the door handle to leave my apartment, and I hesitated, and I thought, I've never hesitated before. I've been self-conscious about, you know, outfits and things like that, and getting ready, and you know, how my hair looked. And I thought, I don't know how I'm going to be treated today. But I was kind of trying to prepare myself to handle anything that came at me, I guess you could say. So I did get some funny looks because I was a graduate assistant, so I did have a job on campus, and so everybody's like, you know, what are you doing? And then some people were like, oh, I wish I had known so I could participate too. So I had a really good day. I posted on social media and got a lot of positive feedback, especially from other Muslims. They really appreciated it. So I really threw myself into some research about World Hijab Day, and I wanted to become an ambassador. So that following year, I became an ambassador. I think that was 2017, and I ended up moving to a larger area, larger city, but still kind of small for Arkansas. But I worked on a different college campus, so I actually attended their day and kind of hung around with them, wore it again, and then the next year, so 2018, I said I want to hold my own event in the city. So I had told some girls at the college, or at the university, that I wanted to hold this event, so they said something to some women at the mosque who got in contact with me and said, hey, we want to help you. So when we had a little meeting, and I remember I went to a small mosque that's kind of used for like classes and things like that.